On.
Hi, my name is Mark Miller. Today's date is March 20th, 2012. This class is public speaking, second speech. My professor is Michelle Uland. Today I'm going to talk about how to be a champion. My mission statement is to teach those that have had a hard time. I'll be talking out of experience and from a few people that I know and their experiences. I have played soccer for years. Last summer I was awarded with 2 MVP trophies for scoring the most goals in 2 different leagues. I was also scouted when I went to a soccer camp to go down to Georgia by an English pro team, West Ham. I went down to Georgia for tryouts, and me, along with 8 others, were asked to go to England about 2 weeks ago and have a week trial. We're still waiting for them to get back to us. So believe me when I say that these 4 things are needed to be a champion. First off, I'd like to start with a quote. "A champion is afraid of losing. Everyone else is afraid of winning," by Billie Jean King. The first thing I want to talk about is choice. You have the high road or the low road. Life will reflect choices, whether good or bad. As a kid, I was picked on because I had one hand. But I chose to rise above the laughter and the hardships and work harder to be faster, stronger, and more skillful than anybody else around. I wanted to be better than everybody I knew so that I could prove that I was better than people with 2 hands. Another quote that I really like is, "Be miserable or motivate yourself. Whatever has to be done, it's always your choice," by Wayne Dyer. My second point I would like to talk about is dedication. According to the Webster's Dictionary, dedication means being fully devoted or wholly given to something. Example, I play soccer and I've dedicated myself to it. Soccer and school are about the only 2 things I do. I don't go hang out with friends too much, and I don't go to parties. That's pretty much all I do, really. Whatever you decide, you need to dedicate dedicate to. If you dedicate to the low road, okay, you chose it. You gotta stick to it. If you can, work on your way up. You have to start somewhere and work your way back up to the top. You need to train yourself. You can't just pop out and like, "I'm the best." You have to train yourself to be better. You need to work hard. Next, you need to discipline yourself. And training yourself is great, but if you don't discipline yourself, then it's no good. If you screw up, make yourself do something. When I was a kid, I worked on shooting a lot. If I missed a shot, I would do 10 push-ups. And I'd keep going. I could do it for hours. And ask for help. If you have trouble, don't be afraid to go ask people. There's someone who's been through what you've been through. I know a couple of people that have gone on to play in England. I know people who've played all around the world. And if I have trouble, I've gone and actually asked them. I know a couple of scouts. One is in New Zealand right now. And when he lived here, I asked him what to do to be able to get as good as he was. You just gotta ask. Excuse me. There's a closely related word to dedication, and that is sacrifice. Sacrifice means to devote with loss. Champions let things go. They let hanging out go. They let girls or guys go, depending on which sex you are. And they let free time go. They don't have very much free time. What I do is we do school, and then I train, and then I take my brother around to his trainings, and we work. You don't need a normal life. You're not normal if you really want to get that far, so why do you want to act like you are? It takes a lot of hard work, but you also need some time for fun. You can't just work all the time. A few weeks ago, I had to say no to a friend's birthday party, and my flight left the next morning for England, and that I had to say I'm sorry and I couldn't go. And it was a big part. I haven't been to one in about a year, or a couple years actually. So you just gotta let things go. My next and final tip is patience. We have all heard the quote, "Patience is a virtue." Well, it's very true. Results won't appear just because you decide to take the hard road. It will take time. These 4 things, choices, sacrifices, dedication, and patience, can help anyone get through a rough patch. Here are 2 quotes by Jack Dempsey, who, if you don't know, was a pro soccer player in the US and is now in England playing pro soccer for Everton. He plays for that club and is a starting forward. A champion is someone who gets up when he can't. And a champion owes everybody something. He can never pay back for all the help he got for making him an idol.